Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to HitScan. It's been a couple of hours since we did the patch notes video. The patch should be hitting sometime around now, but a lot of stuff has come out since. We get a look at some of the newer skins, which have some really good decals, good variants, and also an amazing kill animation on the Playzilla BlastX set that's coming out soon. We'll go over that very shortly. The new skin set that's coming out soon, as well as something that was actually missed in the English version of the patch notes, which I think is incredibly important to highlight. So we went over that patch. If you want to check out the full thing, it's linked in the description. But there were a couple of things that were missed in that one that were in other language ones. For example, the French one. There's stuff, for example, where they talk about the barrier orb, it cannot be cast during the buy phase, which is stuff that we knew beforehand. But if you scroll pretty much all the way to the bottom of the patch notes, there are two main things I wanted to highlight. And the first one has to do with ranked, and it's a pretty major change. The ranked distribution has been adjusted to help lower level players move up. This system was previously disabled due to performance issues. That's really the only bit about it, but I still think it's a key thing to note, and it's really odd that this change wasn't in the English version of the patch notes but was in for the French one. My guess is that maybe it isn't in this patch at all. Maybe it was in the patch notes but they removed it because it wasn't ready, for example. Or maybe just the English version missed it. It's not been the first time that some key changes have been missed from Riot in the English patch notes. So it's a bit of a weird one. But I wanted to start the video with this because ranked affects everybody. And I know a lot of people have been complaining and struggling, certainly at the lower ranks. Myself included. I've fallen down a couple of ranks myself away from where I was in Diamond. But anyway, the reason is that there's been a lot of videos recently highlighting how a lot of people have been stuck, literally stuck in Iron 1. With Act 3 starting, it's pulled everybody down a couple of ranks, but it's made the whole experience just really difficult to climb up. And hopefully this change, if it's in the patch or not, alleviates that and people start to be able to climb again. You've got a lot of people smurfing nowadays too, which isn't really a good thing, but the general consensus is that the average rank for a lot of people, if you look at the bell curve, I suppose, of where players are in ranked, if you look at some of the API websites that track how people are playing in ranked, it will often say that the most popular rank with the majority of people in is going to be Iron 1, where previously it used to be, I don't know, like Gold 2 maybe, Silver 3 perhaps. Everybody's been pulled down into the muck and the mud, and this isn't necessarily a good thing to have in a ranked game as tilting as Valorant, right? So I hope that this change does work. It's such a key aspect to highlight, but let's talk about the skins. The main video came from Asmugel, who is a German content creator who, much like we've done in the past, sat down with the devs, Preeti and Sean, to talk about the skins. They show off the variants, the kill confirmation animations that you get and stuff like that. There's some really cool ones, so if you want to check out everything that's shown in that video, do check out that. It's in the top comment if you just want to skip this video and watch that one, which is, you know, fair enough. But we are going to highlight the main skins, what guns you get, and some other cool stuff with the Playzilla BlastX set, which I'm really happy to see. First of all, let's look at the Winter Wonderland bundle. And it's really cool. I don't know the edition, so I don't know how much it'll cost, but there's some really cool effects that are highlighted in this video. For the actual bundle though, you can get the Phantom and the Vandal version. It's the first skin bundle that includes both instead of one or the other, which I think is a really nice touch. You can also get a Ghost, a Marshal, and a really cool melee weapon, which has variants as it was shown in an actual Riot article that came out around the same time, showing off a few skins that I'll put at the end of the video because there's some cool ones that are mentioned. In regards to other stuff, it has a really cool effect. It doesn't have any variants, at least not really. So what happens is if you're out in the open and you're in good lighting, you will have a daytime scene, as you can see on the gun. Similar to the Nebula set, it has this really nice photo, weird motion thing going on. But the cool thing is if you go to a dark area of the map, it goes to nighttime. So it has like two variants depending on where you are, which I think is a really cool thing for the skin to have. It's a really nice image. It's a really nice set. Again, I don't imagine it's going to be too expensive considering it's very seasonal. It's a really cool skin set, excuse the pun. But the main one, of course, is going to be the Playzilla BlastX set that is coming out in a couple of weeks' time. This was actually teased a lot in the First Strike sponsored segments, where Secret Lab and HyperX and Red Bull were sponsoring the tournament, but they were throwing in a skin teaser in that, and it even sponsored the event too, technically. So a really smart idea from Riot to do that. A lot of people assumed that they were legitimate Nerf guns, and so it was just a cool touch overall. But we have a bit more information on what to expect from the Playzilla bundle. You will be able to get a Phantom, so sorry Vandal users, a Spectre, a Frenzy, and an Odin, as well as a really cool melee, which I'm not going to show off. You can check in Asmugel's main video because there's a really cool thing about it that I don't want to highlight. There are variants, again, check the main video. We're not going to show it here. I just want to show the main guns, what they look like, their reload animation, because there is a reload animation that has you pulling them out of a present, which has the sound effect. It has different color variants as you do it. It's just such a cool skin set for the holiday period. It also actually fires Nerf guns that hits the wall. So there actually are Nerf bullets that fire out. But of course, the main thing that people are going to be looking at is the kill animation, which is this. It's so cool. It's just, I wasn't really interested that much in the whole Nerf gun style that they set up, but the reload animations, the picking your gun up, the actual Nerf bullets, and the kill animation just add to it so much that it's a really cool theme. So again, that's not in game yet. I don't think that gets into game until the 23rd of December, so we have to wait a couple of weeks. But there are variants which you can check out in Asmugel's video. Again, top comment if you want to see literally everything to do with both skin sets. But we'll highlight those on this channel in the future. You know, help out our other friends to do content creation. We've had some great opportunities to sit down with Preeti and Sean to get a look at the Reaver skin set or the Ion skin set a little bit earlier than most. So I want to support other, especially smaller content creators, to get that opportunity instead of us, instead of just taking all of their stuff. So definitely go support him, especially if you are a German-speaking fan, I suppose, as well. But yeah, that's everything to do with the two skin sets. Like I mentioned before, there are also some end-of-year special content stuff that's come out. I think this came out from the Turkish team, like the content team. This article isn't out in English properly, but of course you can translate it. Again, you can see the melee weapons for Winter Wonderland, the variants. I don't know necessarily if these are going to be in-game or whether it was just them showing off, but I assume, considering we're seeing them, that you will be able to get these. You also get a look at some of the different colors and a better look at the Odin for the BlastX set. But at the end of this article, like I mentioned, there are a couple of different gun buddies and stuff to highlight. The first one is this gun buddy, which looks amazing. I think Floxy said it was similar to Magecraft, which again looks great. It's a really super cool style. We get to see a new sort of skin on the Judge, which looks very Killjoy-esque. We also have a gun that has a lot of different paint on it. Some people said it was very similar to the Battle Pass image of the Ninja, the one that people think is going to be the new agent. A really cool Phantom with this sci-fi effect, nice and pink. And a nice little image of whatever the hell this is. It's eating strawberry jam, I think, so I like it. Good tasting food, my man. Good job. Other bits and pieces, like I'm sort of showing you on screen, some really cool stuff that's coming into the game. But I wanted to finish on a really interesting thing. Not too much to go off. That's why I didn't want to start this video with new agent leaked, because it isn't that at all. There might be a silhouette of the latest agent that's coming out in January. In a lot of the stuff that was announced in the last couple of hours as well. This comes from the WW Fest Valorant stuff that's going on, where they're effectively putting on a show with different agents and stuff. And, you know, Valorant loves its music and the style of music, so it's doing a big thing about that. It's an experimental music and art festival, and it's going to be teaming up with Valorant. But the main image is of this character. It could be one of the DJs doing it. It looks like an in-game model. And this looks like it could be the next agent. That looks a bit like a Doomfist top of the gauntlet arm thing going on the left here. But Maybe. Again, it's not like I wanted to start this video with, oh, big Agent 14 teaser. I don't think it's necessarily that, but just an interesting thing for you to go, get your ideas going, I suppose, on that. There is actually one final thing. This was spoken about by the devs before, where if you are creating a new account, for you to unlock ranked, it used to be that you would have to play 20 unrated games. It didn't matter if you won or lost, you just had to play 20 games. Now, you have to win 10. Again, this could be taken out of the patch because it was missed in the English version of the patch notes, but was in the French one. So maybe that's in, maybe it's not, but we knew that that was coming anyway. But other than that, that is everything from the last video that we did a couple of hours ago that has been announced in this period. So again, check out Asmugel's video. We'll be sure to do variants and maybe even check out some other skins in the future. And bear in mind, episode 2 isn't too far away either. Like, January isn't that far away at all at this point. So yeah, we got some more stuff coming. We're going to check out the night market on Thursday to see what that's like. And until next time, take care. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.